What is good, YouTube, man? Today I'm back with you guys, with the nation, for another video. And today, man, I just got home off work, man. But I think we got some pretty big news. And, you know, it's not too crazy, but it is big in my opinion. But before I get into today's video, you already know I have to give a big shout out to, yet again, my boy Icy Nate, coming in clutch with another thumbnail. So please go show him some love. Go check his channel out at IC_Nate on YouTube. Please go drop a subscribe. Help him get to that 1100 mark. But let's get into the topic, man. This is a big one, man. Because as we all know, or as we may now know, the Raiders have reached out to the Philadelphia Eagles, who we just beat, right? Philadelphia Eagles, we just beat them this past week. We have just reached out to the Eagles regarding their superstar, all-pro, 6-time Pro Bowler defensive tackle Fletcher Cox. Now, the big thing with this trade rumor, right, is that this is actually one that could happen, right? Because usually you do not trade a player when you don't really have a replacement for him. Like, I know we did it with Khalil Mack, but as you can see, it took us a long time to kind of get our guy back for that, right? It took us a minute for a guy to produce at that level after he left. Now, the reason why I say that this one can actually happen is because the Philadelphia Eagles are in a very, very good spot, right? They have a superstar in the making at defensive tackle with Javon Hargrave. Javon Hargrave this year, I believe, is at 6.5 or 7 sacks on the season at defensive tackle, right? So he is no joke. He has a pair of tackles for loss, a bunch of pressures. They have a superstar in the making at defensive tackle right next to Fletcher Cox, who is on the end of his career. But what I feel like is the biggest key to this is the fact that all of our defensive tackles are on one-year deals. Jonathan Hankins, he's not a pass rusher, but he's on a one-year deal. Solomon Thomas is on a one-year deal. Quentin Jefferson is on a one-year deal. Phylon is on a one-year deal. All of our guys are on one-year deals besides Darius Stills, who's on IR, right? These guys are all one-year deals, man. We do not have anybody. We don't have one person under contract going into this next year. And I think that's pretty big. That's a pretty big void. Now, am I saying that if you get Fletcher Cox, does that fix everything? Absolutely not. 2, am I saying that if you get him, you don't re-sign all of those guys? Absolutely not. What I will say is that in 2017, Fletcher Cox signed a 6-year, multi-million, $102 million contract. He signed a $6 million extension, a 6-year extension worth $102 million with the Philadelphia Eagles, right? This year, there was no way that they were going to get rid of him. He's at $52 million in dead cap. And there was just no way that they were going to move on from him, right? There was absolutely no way. Now, this means that he is not a free agent until 2024. So if you go out and trade him in this offseason, you have him under contract for 3 years. And of course, he's not your Lord and Savior at defensive tackle. But what I will say is that right now, he's not just the great pass rusher that we know Fletcher Cox to be. He's not just the great guy that can take on double teams. This guy right here, as we all know, the Raiders do not rank good against the run. He is ranked, we are ranked 28th as a run defense, right? And as you all know, the only run stopper that we have is Jonathan Hankins. And Jonathan Hankins is a guy that when he's out there, he can stop the run, but he cannot rush the passer. Now, Fletcher Cox can do it both. That's why I say that Fletcher Cox is a big thing that I would like us to go after. Now, of course, he's at 16 QB hits or quarterback hurries and pressures and all that kind of stuff. Pretty productive. Already has a touchdown on the season, a defensive touchdown. He does only have 1 sack, but that's okay, man. At the defensive tackle spot, I feel like with as much rotation as we have right now on the team, he would fit perfectly, man. If you can start Fletcher Cox, alongside Jonathan Hankins, teams, or if maybe Fletcher Cox is willing to play the nose tackle position, which I don't really, you know, he can play. He definitely can play the nose tackle position, but I would love him for him to play 3 technique. But this is the thing, man. Fletcher Cox, All-Pro, 6-time Pro Bowler. The man has done it all in this league, right? We always talk as a Raider fan base that we want to bring in guys, and not only that, when we do bring in guys, we want to bring in guys with Super Bowl pedigree that have played at the highest level. He has not only played in a Super Bowl, he has won a Super Bowl, right? And he knows what it takes to get there. This guy is a true veteran. He's 31 years of age, going on 32. Like I said, man, if you make this trade, this definitely helps. It definitely helps a lot because at that point, you kind of don't feel tied to go out and re-sign a Quentin Jefferson, or you don't really feel like you have to go re-sign Darius Philon, or you don't have to re-sign a Solomon Thomas, although I would love all of those guys to come back in the offseason. But I feel like maybe one of those guys will be looking for a job elsewhere because they have put on a great season, right? So with this being out there, I love the fact that the Raiders have been active. I love the fact that the Raiders are going out and listening to the market, testing out what's there, what's available. You know, I made a video not too long ago on Melvin Ingram. I love the fact that guys are hitting the open market and we're all over it, right? I do think that we will see our Raiders make a trade before the deadline, which is November 2nd. It's clear as day that we are shopping around, right? It's clear as day that we're going around asking teams, what can we get for this, or what are you willing to give up for him or for that? I'm not sure if we're going to be sellers before the deadline. Hopefully we're just buyers. You know, there's really only one guy or two guys that I could see going on the way out, and that would be Damon Arnett or Cleveland Ferrell. But I would love to make one of these trades, whether it's Melvin Ingram or Fletcher Cox. In my opinion, if I had to pick out of the two, of course I'm going with the 6-time Pro Bowler and All-Pro defensive tackle, because we are at a point where Max Crosby is now getting all the attention. He's now getting double-teamed every game, and we finally see Yannick Ngakoue turning the corner, and he's getting those sacks, right? But if you add Fletcher Cox to the mix, man, dude, it's just ridiculous the amount of pressure that this defensive line would get, and it'll make our defensive backs' life so much easier, man. I mean, just think about it. You have Fletcher Cox. What are you going to do? Are you going to double-team Fletcher and leave Max and Yannick one-on-one on the outside? Are you going to double-team Yannick and leave Max and Fletcher Cox one-on-one? Are you going to double-team Max and leave Yannick and Fletcher Cox one-on-one? It's all about the mismatch, man. It's all about the mismatch. I would love for us to do this. His base salary going forward is pretty affordable, right? I mean, there's not too much. Next year, he's going to get paid... He's going to get paid $10 million, or no, he's going to get paid just under $13 million as his base salary. His full salary is going to be up to $15 million, so that's not bad if you're getting a great player in Fletcher Cox, right? Hopefully he continues at that level. And so let's say $15 million for the 2022 season, $13 million for 2023, and almost $17 million for his 2024 season. And then, of course, he will be a free agent. What do you guys think, man? What do you guys think? Because I would love for this to go through, right? I mean, just think about it. You're paying him $15 million for the first year, $13 for the second, and $17 for the third year that he's with us. And after that, he's potentially going to be retiring due to age. I mean, 17 million is a bit up there. I will not lie. 17 million is a bit up there, but of course, the cap in the NFL right now is going up and up and up every year. So by 2024, $17 million might be reasonable for what he's going for. But I do believe that if we do trade for Fletcher Cox, we will try and work some kinks out in his contract, because like I said, the $17 million in 2024 is pretty pricey. I'm not gonna lie, for a guy that will be 34 that season. I like it though. I would love for the Raiders to go out and pick this guy up. I would be amazed, right? It's been a while since the Raiders have gone out and tried to make a blockbuster move like that. The last one that we made didn't go too well. Ended up leaving. It is what it is. FAB. We all know that it will always be like that. But I would love for us to actually finally, if it takes some draft capital, I would love for us to finally make a nice trade to make a big move to help the defense, right? It's always we're going out, we're signing stuff for the offense, we're making trades for the offense. I would love for this new staff that we have at the Raider Nation facility, for them to make a big move on the defensive side of the ball, man. Let me know what you guys think about this. I love the fact that we're being active. I had to break the news for those of you guys who had not known already. But Raider Nation, that'll be it for today's video. Like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. On the road to 3,000 subscribers, man. So if you could hit that subscribe button, that would be very much so appreciated. But I'm out, y'all. Peace.